Hello students, hope you all are doing well. Just one more paper to go and you will be through. So today I'm going to help you with the strategy as to how to score highest possible marks in the subject of business economics. So when you come back on the 20th after your QA paper, rest for a while and then you start with, first of all, chapter 1 is very easy. So you are tired for the day. So you can finish this off in around half an hour. So focus on these topics: pragmatic, normative, from where significant, you'll find that significant number of times the questions have been asked. Central problems, focus on Lionel Robbins. Micro and macro examples, and advantages and disadvantages and features of different types of economic system. Especially focus on what are the disadvantages of capitalist economy as opposed to advantages of socialist economy, and vice versa. You are done with it in less than 1 hour. You can relax for 15 minutes and then you can start with a heavy chapter, that is chapter number 2. So here you have to focus on elasticity of demand. Numerous amount of questions are asked from, as I've told you, from chapter 2, and also it's connected to chapter 3 and 4. And please specially focus on outlay method. Do not forget the equilibrium and shifting of the curve as to what will happen if there is a rightward or leftward shift in the demand or the supply curve. IC analysis and consumer equilibrium with respect to the budget line. All right. And of course, law of diminishing marginal utility. You have to do it nicely. Then you're done for the day. Have a good night's sleep. It's important that you take at least 6.5 to 7 hours of sleep so that you can consolidate all the ideas and you can again prepare with a fresh mind. So in the morning, I don't want you to start with chapter 3, rather start with chapter 6 here. All right. So remember all the equation because it's got some numericals, so it will keep you motivated. It's less boring, you can say. So remember all the equation and the golden rules for national income. Practice all the numericals done in the class. Do not pick up any new numericals. Do not pick up any new book. Limitations of national income we have discussed in the class. What is given in your class note, that's more than enough. Then two sector circular flow, important, and critically important is the investment multiplier and its relation with MPC and MPS as well. Practice all the numericals done, of course, and you have to remember the derivation of the formula. I've told you to trick to derive the formula so that you don't have to cram. Tax multiplier and foreign trade multiplier. So all these things you can finish off in around 2 hours. Then you can go back to chapter 3. Production function, please focus on variable proportion and connect it with the cost, that why the AVC curve and ATC curve are U-shaped. Theory of cost, please do, there is a special focus you should give on marginal cost, average fixed cost, average total cost, and total variable cost. LSE, mother of all curve, you will always be asked question with regard to internal and external economies. Please remember that one diagram that I've given in the classroom, from that a lot of questions are asked all the time. And when you go to chapter 4, you can relax again for 15-20 minutes. And in chapter 4, you can just read from the quick revision note the similarity and difference of differences in different types of competition. Please remember the diagram TR, MR, AR relation. All right. And profit maximization, always they ask you MR, MC relationship. Types of oligopoly, they will always ask you, I mean very frequently they ask you about cartel and syndicate, that is organized oligopoly and syndicate oligopoly. And very important is the price rigidity. All right. Once you are done with it, then you can actually take at least 1 hour of afternoon nap. It's very important. All right. Otherwise you will be overwhelmed with all the information that you are getting in just a short period of time. So when you wake up late afternoon, then characteristics of business cycle, external, internal causes, endogenous and exogenous causes that we have covered in the class, and economic indicators. I found that one question on and off they keep asking. This you can do in just half an hour or 20-25 minutes, you can finish it off. Then comes chapter 7. Now, chapter 7, do not forget Richard Musgrave, functions of the government, allocation function, redistribution function, and stabilization function. Externalities का example, keep in mind. Pollution tax and cap and trade, the difference. Information failure and moral hazard, the last part of market failure. All right, 4 reasons for market failure: monopoly, externalities, public goods, free rider problem, and information failure. In the end, you will find public goods, types of public goods. All right, like you have got impure public good and mixed public good, demerit and merit goods, very important. Now, when you go to the budgetary concept, appropriation bill and finance bill, again very important. Types of deficit, special focus on fiscal deficit, numerical problems will get from there. And instruments of fiscal policy, in that effect of tax, government expenditure, borrowing, very scoring. And this is the topic that overlaps into various other concept, whether it's chapter 5 or whether it's Keynesian model. Now, in case of chapter 8, please remember to focus very nicely on liquidity preference, relationship between bond prices and interest rate, all right, cash balance approach and QTM, money multiplier in case of money supply, Friedman and Swords, very important. I hope you all remember, very interesting. Cover the numericals as well, credit multiplier, and in case of monetary policy, repo rate, reverse repo rate, liquidity adjustment facility, marginal standing facility, and market stabilization scheme. I found that from these, they keep asking question. Monetary Policy Committee has been newly formed, as I've told you. There has been amendment in the RBI Act in 2016. So please, what are the new things included? All right, accountability, one person, one vote. All right, all these things you have to do. And M1, M2, M3, and M4 aggregates and related numericals that we have covered in the class. Do not pick up any new numericals. And in case of chapter 9, comparative advantage, absolute advantage, factor endowment theory, and price factor equalization theory. Most of the questions you will get from here. And when it comes to tariff, what I found that mixed tariff, compound tariff, trigger price mechanism, that is countervailing duty mechanism, trigger price mechanism, countervailing duty, and anti-dumping duty, very important. Embargo, bound tariff, and MFN status. In case of WTO, now WTO, don't get bogged down. As I've told you, just remember why GATT loss is relevant. That would give you the difference between WTO and General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. Right? You focus on Doha development round, concerns of the developing country as well, and guiding principles of WTO. In case of Forex markets, very interesting. Please focus on features of Forex market, effect of changes in the nominal exchange rate, and how the nominal exchange rate is determined. In case of capital movement, FDI, FII, difference, very important. Benefits of FDI, very important. And where FDI is not permitted, and remember automatic route and FIPB, automatic route is also known as RBI route, on and off, they keep asking the question. And for chapter 10, as I've told you, you are overwhelmed with so much of information. Please just refer the questions given at the back of Yeshas material and also the question that I have shared. So when you're done with this, please next day do not pick up anything else. You just revise. I hope you have marked all the answers in the booklet that I've given you. The MCQs, around 1800 questions I've shared. Revise only those questions. And if you are missing out something, then you can open up your quick revision note to revise. Remember, from the MCQs that I've given you and the quick revision note, you'll get more than 90 questions. There'll be nothing. Of course, there'll be 1 or 2 questions out of syllabus here and there. We are not concerned about that. If you have prepared well, if you have focused on the class notes, if you have solved the MCQs that I've shared, and also remember the MCQs that we have covered in the class, then nobody can stop you from scoring above 90 in the subject of economics. Please, after the examination, do share your experience. My wishes are always with you. All the best. We'll meet again in intermediate. Bye bye. Take care.